about Halo that's happening right here at the Halo 5 show match.
Yeah, we have HoW Gaming versus VaiN Esports tonight. HoW Gaming's been on the show match 2 other times in the past. I believe they've won it both times. At least they won it once. VaiN Esports is a brand new roster to the show match, but the roster of VaiN Esports has some of the top names I've actually seen from Halo 4 and Halo Reach. While on roster for VaiN Esports, Blaster Master, Exploits, Exposure, and Monies. Exploits and Exposure I've had the past with actually being a part of, I won't say organization with them. They were a part of VVV Gaming back for Halo 4 and Halo Reach. They placed 12th at MLG Providence and 17th at MLG Columbus. One placing away from top 16. And then going on to the HoW Gaming roster is Snoop J, Cafe Conlenji, Ninja Arts, and Brainstorm. We've seen 3 of those players before. Brainstorm's a brand new player to the roster though. But we're going to hop right into game number 1, Strongholds Empire, and see exactly what happens. Who do you want to start off on first?
You know what? I just love his name. Let's go on board with Blaster Master from VaiN Esports.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if one thing that VaiN has going for them right off the gate is just some fantastic tags. I mean, Blaster Master might just be one of the best tags that I've heard in a really long time. But so far, if we're actually looking at the game itself, we're noticing that pick control seems like it's going to be right now in favor of HoW Gaming. It looks like they're going to be having majority territory control as well, and that's going to let them finally start scoring some points on the board. I want to see what the retort is from VaiN Esports at this very moment as we go on board with Snoop J. He spots Blaster Master and blasts him with some shots. Now, going to go and light up Monies as well. That quick little double kill is going to let them further cement their lead here. We're, approaching the 45-second marker, and we're already seeing a lot of so far uncontested points. Of course, with this particular map type, the game can shift very rapidly, but for that shift to happen at all, we need to see some progress from this red squadron. So far, it's total control for HoW Gaming. VaiN Esports failing to capture even a single territory. Yeah,
and now we're 22 points down in favor of HoW Gaming. Exploits is trying to get on the blue base here. He does have Blaster Master there to provide a little bit of support. He does have that is going to be Brainstorm shooting him from long range. They do manage to maintain the blue base, but still down 30-0. They have to get one more base, which is going to be red base or pit. And just as I'm saying this, they are capturing the pit. That's going to be Blaster Master inside. Gets a beat down Brainstorm, but it gets taken out by Cafe Conlenche, but not before they take over the pit.
Well, they're at least able to hinder the bleeding momentarily. We're seeing them start to put some points on the board as Exposure gets a headshot of his own and ensures control of the pit. Now the decision lies on whether they're going to be comfortable with these 2 territories, if they want to get really cheeky and maybe push for that red base. Personally, I don't like the idea of maybe overextending. I see, like, in this position, I'm behind. I might as well keep doing what's working. I don't want to get too cocky, and I don't want to lose control of these territories.
I perfectly agree with you. If it was in the opposite point of view, where if HoW Gaming was actually getting a point for every single second, and VaiN Esports is getting 2 points, then I would go for the triple cap because they are down about 24 points. But since you do not get no points unless you have 2 captures or 3, then I see just staying with the 2 points and maintaining it. But just as I say this is going to be a triple cap back in favor of HoW Gaming, and HoW Gaming automatically has all 3 points now, 41-12, and nobody's really contesting it except for now Blaster Master, and he has support. That's going to be from Monies and I believe Exposure, trying to maintain.
Oh my god, going for the ground pound. I see you, Ninja Arts. He's not going to come up with anything, but what's really important to note about everything that we saw in his particular feed was the fact that not only did his team control all of the strongholds, but he also had control of the overshields as well. And when you combine that with the fact that you're seeing a lot of these blue team members with control of weapons like the battle rifle, and a lot of these, I guess, not necessarily power weapons, but secondary power weapons, then you can really see why this team is being so dominant so far in this first map.
Yeah, Cafe Conlenche going back up on Tower 1. He does have Monies in. That's going to be Exposure in his sights. He does spot Monies, trying to get to the assault rifle kill with him, gets the beat down, but he has to regain his shields as he does have Exposure right there. Exposure trying to go for the nade kill. Ninja Arts picks up Exploits.
Man, and that play from Cafe Conlenche was just smart. He drops that plasma grenade right in front of him, then boosts back. And that creates a little bit of separation, and it also gives his opponent time to think, maybe I don't want to risk my life here. And that's exactly what he needs to stay alive. It's what he needs to ensure that he can recapture some of the control of these territories. Because right now you can see Red back on the board, but immediately, thanks to some big plays from players like Cafe Conlenche, we're seeing HoW Gaming back in control of this map.
Yeah, this is actually really, I'm really kind of curious to see this, because Exploits and Exposure were dominant back in Halo 4 and Halo Reach. But seeing them, on this team right now, and being down over 50 points, that's really not used to from I'm used to seeing him. But instead of being biased, 77-14, and now Exposure's back on the pit, pops the overshield, does have Cafe Con Leche in his sights. We'll just kind of ignore him, but he does have one person above him, as he does have about 1/3 of the overshield, but overshield automatically gets taken away, now down, and he gets taken out as well.
Well, Valiant, the best thing about that was the fact that that resource of the overshield did not fall in the hands of HoW Gaming, because I think with control of that, they would have definitely walked away immediately. All that being said, it feels like the clock really is ticking for VaiN Esports. They don't have very much room to go, and they have no control of any of the territory. Snoop J popping Exposure in the back with that scatter shot, spots monies from across, and right there's the teamwork. He gets a couple of shots in, and then it's Brainstorm who gets the assist, gets the finishing blow, while Snoop J lights up Blastamasta on the other side of this map. This is just complete map control and very nearly complete stronghold control as well. 95-17, and I really don't see VaiN Esports pushing back.
Nope, 98-17 now. They do have the triple cat. This should do it as is. 100-17. HoW Gaming takes game number 1 here on Empire Strongholds. If we look at the scoreboard, I wonder how the scoreboard really contested. If we look at it, 15 kills Snoop J, 9 kills Brainstorm, 13 kills Ninja Arts, 13 kills Cafe Con Leche. If you look at the secures and also the captures, compared to the side on VaiN Esports, Exports was the only one to drop double digits in kills.